विधाता इस जग में भाग्य बनाने आया। ब्रह्मा ने अपने बच्चों को शिक्षाओं से सजाया। मीठे बच्चों, प्यारे बच्चों, ज्ञान की राह है न्यारी। मीठे बच्चों, प्यारे बच्चों, ज्ञान की राह है न्यारी।
यहाँ फिर सिर्फ ज्ञान है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है। बाकी देखो कैसे कैसे बैठी है बुद्धि है बेचारी। हाँ, इनको भगवान पर आ रहे हैं। ऊंचे से ऊंचा भगवत, फिर ऊंचे ऊंचा है प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा। तो ये बरोबर है नहीं कि बंदर हनुमानों ने बूटी लाई। वास्तव में वो तो तुम सभी हनुमान ना, जो बूटी लाई है शुद्धित करने की भात खास और सारी विश्वाम। तो ये बूटी है ना, इसको कहा जाता है संजीवनी बूटी। समझा नहीं? ये जो मनमना भव मध्याजी भव है, ये है संजीवनी बूटी। और तुम सभी हो भारत के हनुमान। अभी हनुमान बन रहे हो, अभी पक्के नहीं बने हो जो माया हिलाए तो इन न सके नहीं। अभी तो ऐसे कच्चे हैं, मैं थोड़े ही ऐसे इशारा कर तो गिर पड़ते हैं, डर पड़ते हैं, ऐसे कमजोर है। माया गए फुक बजाते से बजाते हैं। अभी है माया को जीतने को इनको सभी इन ऐसे ऐसे बुद्धियों को जीतना है। सिर्फ कैसे? बस जो इंतजाम किया है भक्ति मार्ग में आधा कल बाबा याद दिलाते हैं कि आज भक्ति मार्ग में तुम बच्चों ने ये जन्म जन्मांतर दिया। बाबा आप जब आएंगे तो बस आप ही बनेंगे, दूसरा न कोई। अब जब कहता हूं बस शिव बाबा को याद करो। बाप तो चाहेगा नहीं कि मेरे मीठे बच्चे मेरे को फॉलो करें, राजा जरूर बने, महाराजा जरूर बने। तो क्या होता है? इधर लज्जा आ जाओगे, क्योंकि यहाँ बच्चे कहते हैं हम महाराजा महारानी बनेंगे। थोड़ा ही रोज के बाद जब समय आएगा, साक्षात्कार की भी चटपटी लगेगी, तो देखेंगे कि हम तो बहुत जलाश जाके प्रजा में पड़े हैं, तो पहले जाएंगे। और इतना टाइम मिलेगा नहीं जो याद में रहे अच्छी तरह से, सतो प्रधान बन जावे और फिर प्रजा भी बनाए जावे। पीछे तू लेट हो जाएंगे ना। माया के देखो कितनी पॉम्प है, फैशन वगैरह आगे थोड़ी थे। तो ऐसे जैसे कि ये कलयुगी वैकुंठ ऊपर है, वो है सतयुगी वैकुंठ, ये है कलयुगी वैकुंठ पर। तो कलयुगी वैकुंठ तो खत्म ही होने का है, ये जो पॉम्प है इतनी बड़ी। बाकी ये भी बेचारा ये तो जरूर है, अगर अच्छी तरह से समझ गएगा, मतलब प्रजा में तो आएंगे। तो बाबा कहते हैं ना बहुत शाहूकार बड़े बड़े एकदम, वो जाकर के गरीब प्रजा में बनेंगे। ऐसी ऐसी जो हमारी बुढ़िया ममाएं हैं और जो बूढ़े बूढ़े बेचारे बच्चे हैं गरीबवान, वो शाहूकार बन जाएंगे। और बाप कहते हैं मैं तो अपने बच्चों से बात करता हूँ, रूहों से बात करता हूँ, रूह ही सुनते हैं इन ऑर्गन्स द्वारा, और रूह के ही बुद्धि में बैठते हैं, कोई शरीर में नहीं बैठते हैं, न रूह के ही बुद्धि में ज्ञान। क्योंकि बाबा कहते हैं मेरे भी तो, मैं भी तो रूह हूं नहीं, मेरे में तो ये सारा ज्ञान है नहीं जो इन द्वारा बैठ करके समझाता हूँ। तो आत्मा में है नहीं बच्ची, आत्मा ज्ञान का सागर है नहीं, शरीर तो ज्ञान का सागर नहीं है। तो जैसे आत्मा ज्ञान का सागर है, तैसे तुम आत्माओं को भी ज्ञान का सागर बनाते हैं। ज्ञान का सागर भी बनाते हैं, पवित्रता का सागर भी बनाते हैं, प्यार का सागर भी बनाते हैं, शांति का सागर भी बनाते हैं, और वहां चलेंगे तो सुख का सागर भी बनाते हैं।
अच्छा बच्ची बाजा बजा।
सत्य बाप और सतयुग को याद सदा ही रखना। ब्रह्मा वत्सो नई दुनिया का नव निर्माण है करना। दैवी ताज तख्त तुम लेना, दैवी ताज तख्त तुम लेना, बन के तिलक धारी।
मीठे मीठे सिक्के दे रूहानी बच्चों पे माता पिता बाप दादा का याद प्यार और गुड नाइट।
Om Shanti. Do the service of giving sakaash through your powerful mind. Master merciful. Just as Bap Dada feels mercy, similarly, you children also have to be Master merciful, and with the attitude of your minds and through the atmosphere, give souls the powers you have received from the Father. Since you have to accomplish world service in a short time, and you have to make everyone, including the elements, pure, do this service at a fast speed. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 11. Do the service of giving sakaash through your powerful mind. Today's topic, Master Merciful. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. It's lovely to see a Vyakti Parivar every evening. Lot of love, right, for each other. Being in this unlimited family. So, Baba is saying, be master, merciful. Mercy really is considered to be a very good quality. The feelings of mercy. But Baba is asking us, when you are merciful, then give the power. How do I give power? It's through the mind, right? Through our thoughts. Some say we don't know if that power reaches or not. Sun doesn't worry that time. That will my light reach everyone or not? Will this be that, Because now you see that like when there is sorrow because of violence or natural calamities or lot of karmic settling also happens. So what is needed most is the souls to get power. Because when it comes to mercy through other different means, These days, lot of people are learning some alternate physical treatments, right? Some do acupuncture, some do uh, naturopathy. There are so many different ways. And they do help people physically. Mm. One of the biggest mercy, especially in India, is feeding the poor, hungry ones. Mm. And there are many, many ashrams, especially you all know that in Gurudwara, 8,000, 10,000 people eat every day, every Gurudwara on Sunday. Depends on how big it is. So people donate unlimited grains, rice, different things. In a way, that is the best charity because when you give money, as Baba said this morning, we don't know how they're going to use it. That is why when I also send contribution to Yajna, I always say this is for oil, this is for grains, this is for, so that Brahmins can eat. Every day, minimum 6,000 Brahmins, they cook, whether there is season or not. Nivasis and some old people and some from the colony, hospital, Spandabon, Gansarovar, Shantivar, everyone. So naturally, that much grains, that much oil, everything. And then vegetables, fruits, milk, plus Nivasis, Sevadaris, their living expenses, all that. But also with the time, as the need was, then there are more and more buildings are being built too, because accommodation is also important. But one thing I always feel that whatever we give as donation is used in worthwhile way. Because whenever we go, they try to have better facilities, more people, sevadaris, servants for cleaning. All that is payments. No? They have to pay every servant per day. In India now, also per hour is quite a lot of money. So it's used in worthwhile way. But there are some places, if we give, they fill the pockets, right? So our mercy has to be careful where we don't feel deceived, right? We feel whatever little we are able to give is used in worthwhile way. So Baba is saying, just as Bab Dada feels mercy, similarly you children also have to be master merciful. With the attitude of your minds and through the atmosphere, give souls the powers through your attitude and atmosphere. Give souls the powers you have received from the Father. Since you have to accomplish world service in short time, and you have to make everyone, including the elements, pure, do this service at a fast speed. Elements have to be pure too. That is Baba is calling it. It's like unlimited service. Because one atmosphere is, atmosphere of vibrations. Other is environment, that is elements, no? Many types of pollutions are there. Air, water, but main pollution is of the mind. No? So how do we constantly serve, Baba says, through our attitude, through our thoughts. And Baba has given us enough to churn reflections, practices, exercises, means drills, many spiritual drills. So we really have quite a lot to do. And when we do it, definitely, we create love, enthusiasm. We create something. And when we create, we are creating because we know we want better world, pure world, Sato Pradhan world, golden aged world. So our mercy seems to be incognito. A lot of people say, why don't you all run schools? And Baba said, no. We can teach teachers and teachers can teach in school. We can teach teachers and teachers can teach in schools. It's not all our sisters will go and start teaching in school, then that's what they will be doing. So our teachers will give us only spiritual knowledge. That was Baba's policy. Yes, there are 2-3 hospitals. One we had because there was nothing in that area. So a lot of mercy in form of donation, or when doctors are about to retire, they go and serve there. Some even go for 1 month, 2 months to serve there. Many specialists had been coming twice a month because we cannot really hire them. It's very expensive. So that's also mercy, no? To volunteer something for the health is also mercy. So different kinds of mercy. And in our life, charitable actions are important. One is elevated action, but charitable actions. And we do charity through our thoughts, words, actions, mind, body, wealth, all different ways. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, dear Mohini Didi, Vyakti Parivar. This is Jasmine time. The daily Jasmine. It's like, they look alike every week, but they're always different. Every flower is different.
Everyone feels so happy to see the flower.
So I just wish you could smell it as well, because they have such a strong smell. They're very, very beautiful smell. So Mohini Didi, very nice to be with you and the family and chit chat about deep topic. Someone gave me a very nice gift for New Year, which is a little bit not a joke, but a reminder of the questions that I ask you. Because for a few weeks, I was always asking you, Sister Mohini, how does it work? Like karmic accounts. And then, I was telling you, I understand the theory, but how does it work? How does yoga purify the soul? What's the scientific approach? So someone gave me a beautiful gift, which is a t-shirt. How does it work? Can you see it? How does it work? So today I will ask you again, how does it work? But we don't have to break our head. But on the karma philosophy, I totally understand, when Baba says, if you give money to someone, they drink or they buy drugs, it will be a burden on you. But if that principle is true, well, does it apply to everything? Let's say if I give money to the center, I know I give it to Baba. But if the person at the center doesn't use the money properly, does it become a burden on me as well?
No.
If I give food to someone, but that someone become more and more greedy and dependent, does it become a sort of burden on me? There are many, like even we pay taxes to the government. So in a way, we give money to the government, and the government buy weapons to kill. Do I have a burden of that? So how does it work?
So let us start with the first one, that about center you raised, right? So one time, Dadi Janki, both Dadis, Prakashmani, they had discussion. And after that, Dadi Janki shared with us, like someone said, why this car, why this expense, why this, that you put in Baba's box, right? So when you put in Baba's box, and then whosoever is the instrument plans for expenses, and if they waste it or if they overspend or something, it will be their karmas, not your karmas. And said you all should remain. Once you give in to Baba, Baba will give you return. Doesn't matter who uses in what way. Of course, we will try to control it and try to see that these are not our principles, how much to spend where, because some people really are very luxurious and some people are very simple, and we need to be moderate, not very luxurious, not very cheap. So I have a certain standard for spending everything. Dadi Prakashmani used to teach us where to spend how much, even about food that you can. So in Dadi's diary, how much a puri cost, how much a roti cost, how much a thepla costs, how much a piece of bread costs. So she will tell us. And she says, okay, if every day people eat puri, it's not this expensive, but they will get sick. If every day people eat bread, which is generally of white flour, not healthy. So most healthy is chapati, and chapati is also very reasonable. Same is tolis. Karachi halwa 85 paisa a piece, and tosha is only 8 cent a piece. So Dadi had really very regulated way to give direction, whether it is food or when they were building Om Shanti Bhavan, the stairs should be of marble or stone or bricks. There was so much discussion. I still remember. So Baba has given us a moderate kind of living standard where not too cheap, because then you have to replace it very often, not too expensive. Whether wearing clothes, whether having your material things around you shouldn't be too expensive. Right. And now second thing is yeah, definitely. We give taxes because, well, you have to give, right? And that is why these days even presidents give half of their salary in charity for tax deduction, right? They say that if I have to give that much taxes, then so some give for garden, some give for monuments, and depends what they believe in. So a lot of people have been doing charity so that they have to pay less and less taxes, or they get tax return also, which I think happening all over now. So we don't have control on that. But then you were talking about third one, right? What was third one?
Was the food. Let's say you give food to someone, saying, okay, I won't give them money because they may buy alcohol, but I'll give them food. But if they become greedy and I'm making them more dependent, let's say there's a beggar, he comes and I give no money, but I give food. And by giving food, let's say he or she becomes a little bit more dependent, even sannyasis or sadhus who come and get more and more. Are we are we also making them more dependent? So it's on my karma as well?
So that Daddy was saying, not only giving food and all that, but no one should really, like Daddy will say, even at the center, right? Now people have to bring food, then cook it, then serve it. It's a lot of effort, right? So one time Daddy said, you all shouldn't cook too much, too many things. Make it simple, sometimes more variety, sometimes, because nobody should start depending on us. It's not only greed, but dependency also. And we always remember, like, sometimes just serve the fruit salad or serve something very simple too. So I think we have to be careful what we doing it, but then what is next happening. If we don't have control, then we just pay attention that whatever I do is a charitable act and my intentions are good. And that is what Baba says, that is why even when we give to Madhuban, unless we give to some senior, we try to put in Baba's box more and more, so it shouldn't go in personal hands. Nobody could use it. So we are careful about everything, whatever best we can.
Yeah, I don't want to make it complicated, but when I'm thinking, how does it work? I think, let's say, if I give food to a Brahmin, and that this Brahmin comes home, he doesn't really like the food, so he throws it. Does that also become part of my karma? Because it's like I give money to someone, they misuse it, it becomes my karma. If I give food, Brahma Bhojan, to a Brahmin and he doesn't like it and he throws it, am I okay, or am I going to be in trouble?
There are two things. One is because you gave Brahma Bhojan from Baba's Bandara, and so it's not your karmas. But why they throw it? Because they could tell that we don't want it, right? So it's not my karmas, but it's karmas of that soul. So we are also, when we are serving, many times in peaceful age, their serving spoon is so big, and some people don't eat. So we always say, take little, come for seconds, not wasted. Both ways, it's not only karma, but respect to the nature, and especially filtered water and cooked food. There are so many needy people in the world, and that food can be shared with others than throwing it or wasting it. But if something has spoiled and you are throwing it, then I always say it becomes fertilizer. It's all right. Earth needed some too. Earth also needs some food. So you don't worry about that.
Maybe I can give it to the flowers, see if they like it, if they bloom more.
No, but these days,
Okay, last one. Last one, Mohini Didi, is.
in Shantivan now, like sometimes food is left, and so they have a plant now. That means there are certain boxes and then vehicles around Shantivan which collects garbage like vegetable skins and things like that. And they take this to this plant where they make fertilizer from that, or they make energy, some kind of lot. They have grown lot. This time they were telling me all over Shanti when there are these vehicles and containers where people can put in that and not waste anything. So a lot of waste is recycled and then it's used as, like, even for water, that when Om Shanti Bhavan was built, this idea of recycling water had begun. And now government came to us and say, can you teach farmers? Can you teach us what is this whole recycling of the water? So it's every element we try that it could be recycled in another kind of energy and can be useful. So yeah, it's not my karmas.
I'm asking this question because we want to perform the highest karma. We want to be free from karmic accounts. But we could see even that nothing is really black and white in a sense. I thought we were teaching in the lesson of karma that sometimes it's more the consciousness I have when I perform the action that determines almost the quality of the action. That's why we say the highest form of karma is to bring someone closer to Baba. We say this is like a very elevated karma. But we saw in the many last few years that even in our philosophy, in our Brahmin world, not everybody agrees on the same thing. We saw it with COVID, the vaccine, no vaccine, vegan, no vegan, and it seems like there are many different opinions. So when we say, I want to make the right karma, does it become more a question of where is my consciousness more than is it really that eating or taking a glass of milk is right or wrong? Or is it more, what is my consciousness when I do things that makes things right or wrong? You see what I mean? Or
I think it should be both, no? Quality of
mm,
actions and the right awareness, which is important. See, there are certain reasons people keep away from certain things, and one is definitely their health. It's not only food consciousness, but it's also, certain people cannot really use water, some kind of things. So there are always some reasons, but it's not should be health conscious. It should be, it should be right consciousness, but it could be for health. It couldn't be like because others do it and I shouldn't do it. No. What is the reason? Is it affecting my body? Is it affecting, like some people, they think of cows and the way the milk is taken out. So they out of that mercy for cows. So it's everyone has a different, but definitely awareness is very important. Consciousness adds to whatever we want to do for the body. So it shouldn't be in body consciousness we make decisions, but in soul consciousness. If we do everything, I think we will do right.
because the day I felt my consciousness was a little bit shaken was the day I did a short documentary on a woman who was working with homeless people. And she was saying that, when you give money to a poor, it's not so much that, yes, she said he may take drugs or he may take alcohol, but she said if you give money to increase their dignity, she was saying this is a very elevated karma that by giving money, you make them responsible to say, I'm giving you money, but please, you have to eat. You have to pay, you have to buy yourself nice food and make yourself healthy, have a good life. And if you give them regard, if you give them love, if you remember their first name, that was her idea. She said, you're giving them dignity. And she said, that is your karma, to give dignity to the person. And the return of your karma is not either they buy a cigarette or not, but it was the dignity you give them that determines your karma. Do you think there's a bit of truth in there, or?
No, that's just what Baba today said. Give power to them. Like sakaash really is to give power. Real mercy is to give power. And that's the empowering someone, whether self-dignity or courage in living life or belief in their, they can see their future now. So I think some kind of, as sakaash is to give power. And power is to uplift actually people's inner spirit or consciousness or whatever. It's like encourage them. That's the biggest charitable action, definitely. That's what Baba said. No, give
Mm.
give power.
Thank you. I know they're a little bit tricky question. They are more like the question of how does it work, but they're good. And thank you for helping us to churn a little bit deeper. And yeah, maybe then next time you'll explain to me how does it work, Toli, and the power of the Toli.
It's nuts, no? Most easy toli to make. Grind the nuts, put sugar and milk, and then not milk, just water could be. So happens.
So if you give me Toli, I will use it in a worthwhile way, so you have a good karma behind you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mohini Didi. Really, always. Sorry, I hope I'm okay to ask you those questions. They're a little bit tricky, but I think it's good to churn on these and, like you said, to go back to what Baba says also.
It's good because every day different situations arise, and we do ask each other, should I do or not do, you know? So it's good to have clarification. They are good questions. Okay.
Thank you. Don't do any bad karma in asking those questions. I'm okay. Thank you, Mohini Didi.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Lot of love. Night.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much. And tomorrow is Sunday. Our schedule from Amritwela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. But we will continue. Then 6:30 to 7:30 Hindi Sakar Murli. Then continue with book offering English Awake Murli 8 to 9:30 a.m. Then Bhatti will continue. In the evening, spotlight Drishti sharing, then Mohini Didi's life story, special meditation, Hindi series, and English series, and whole day Bhatti. So it's a full schedule. So everyone are invited to join the Bhatti during the day. Thank you. And now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi.
शाश्वत ज्योति स्वरूपा अप्रतिम उजला है तू अंधियारे में सूरज सा बनकर निकला है तू बनकर निकला है तू शाश्वत ज्योति स्वरूपा अप्रतिम उजला है तू जग के घोर तमस में दीपक सा जला है तू दीपक सा जला है तू शाश्वत ज्योति स्वरूपा जब मेरे अंतर मन में दुविधा भी कोई आ जाए जब मेरे अंतर मन में दुविधा भी कोई आ जाए बिन बोले ही सुन लेता है तू ही सुविधा बन जाए बिन बोले ही सुन लेता है सुविधा बन जाए तू परम पूज्य पावन है तू परम पूज्य पावन है भोला है भला है तू अंधियारे शाश्वत ज्योति स्वरूपा। जब जब ठोकर खाता हूँ मुझे गिरने नहीं देता है। जब जब ठोकर खाता हूँ मुझे गिरने नहीं देता है। जब राह भटक जाता हूँ मेरा हाथ पकड़ लेता है। जब राह भटक जाता हूँ मेरा हाथ पकड़ लेता है। जिस राह चला हूँ उस पर, जिस राह चला हूँ उस पर मेरे साथ चला है तू। अंधियारे में सूरज सा बनकर निकला है तू। बनकर निकला है तू। तू शाश्वत ज्योति स्वरूपा। तू शाश्वत ज्योति स्वरूपा।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.